Hello traders, today we are going to understand, learn about absorption and liquidity reversal. Most of the traders think that liquidity means instant reversal, but not so. But traders are missing the absorption. How it is? Aggressive traders move the price, who places market orders, whereas passive traders stop the price, who placed limit orders. So when strong aggression failed to continue, absorption happens. Market has two absorptions. One is seller absorption at lows, and which has again bullish reversal, and one more buyer absorption at highs with a bearish reversal. Let's discuss about seller absorption at lows and how this creates again the bullish reversal after absorption. Let's see. See, there are some rules for this. How this absorption happens. First thing is from the high volume node, here, if you see here, from the high volume node, the price falls below to the previous low of the liquidity. If you see here, it was the previous low. This is the previous low, and the price has fallen from the high volume node, and it is fallen and swept all the liquidity. This happens because aggressive sellers placed market orders and the price fallen very sharply, and it has come all the way up to 4480, and the liquidity has been swept. Liquidity has been taken. If you see here, liquidity has been taken at 4480, whatever liquidity is there, and then passive traders participated who placed limit orders. If you see here, so many wicks, who stopped the price. I wanted to more explain about the wick. Aggression creates the pressure, whereas the wick created by passive traders. I want to explain again. Aggressive traders push the market, whereas passive traders stop the market. So if you look at the rules, there are rules which I created for this. From the high volume node, the price aggressive sellers attack the downside. If you see here, aggressive sellers attack the downside. And second rule, liquidity of the previous low has been swept. Then price stops falling. Passive buyers absorb selling. And the fifth one, reversal upward begins. That I'll tell you in more detail. When there is an aggression, when there is an aggressive sellers attack the downside, and when the liquidity has been swept, then passive buyers who absorb the selling, which stops the price. As I said, passive buyers stop the price. Price starts reversing. I have a checklist for the complete complete bullish reversal after absorption, after taking the liquidity. I'll show you. See, when sellers exhausted here, if you see, when sellers has been exhausted, the buy reversal happens. How? I'll tell you. When you look at this checklist, first imbalance down from the high volume node. This is the point of control. From here, price has fallen down, which created a imbalance down. Then liquidity at this price 4480.068, liquidity has been swept. Then aggressive selling still more happened here. If you see, aggressive selling still it happened till 4465, which is a $15 move around 14 1474 pips. It is moved down 14,000 1474 pips moved down. Then buyers, in this case buyers have been uh, placed their orders, passive orders, and which is stopped the market price falling down. Sellers have been exhausted at this price. Then aggressive buyers enter from here. Aggressive buyers enter from here, which created the big wick again. The big wick again, it is started again, and then again this candle, this candle with a high volume, with a big wick, which means sellers exhaustion. Completely sellers have been exhausted, and the selling pressure which is unable to create a next low, which means the sellers have been exhausted and the buyers observed the market of the selling, then price started reversing. So if you see another next candle immediately in the 5 minutes time frame, the bullish candle, here it is. I can say, if you see here, there is morning star with the almost equal volume. Then price little started falling, which means passive orders have been filled. Then immediately after that, the price started reversing and the buying pressure has been come, and then all the way price has been moving. This way we need to understand. So for the bullish reversal after absorption, what are the checklist points and how we can take the entry? That also I'll give you here. If you see, this is complete reversal flow and then bullish reversal checklist. First, from the high volume node, the price is falling all the way towards the previous low of the liquidity point. Then liquidity has been swept. Then with the aggressive selling, and the price further moved down, which created a new low, and this absorbed all the things, and the selling has been exhausted here. The buying started, though the passive buyers have entered the market again from here with aggression. Buyers have entered again in the market, which stopped the market from here. This is the point from where we can take the entry with the at least 1:2. If it is not there, risk reward ratio, the trade is not viable. So 1:2 definitely should be there. So these are the points we need to see, and it will start reversing towards the high volume node. High volume node, definitely it will go, but I wanted only up to this. It I feel it is sufficient because it is a 4,469 pips move. It is there, which is too much for me, and it is giving me 1:2.5 minimum. 1:2.5 risk reward ratio is giving me. This is a plus setup. I can say this is the A plus setup. Coming to another another that is buyer's absorption at highs with the after that bearish reversal. What happens? If, similarly, no, conversely, with the conversely, buyer's absorption at the highs and the bearish reversal, how it look like, I will tell you. These are the points where we need to be understand how it look like. First, aggressive buying attack should be there upward. This is the one. This is the one. Aggressive buying is there. If you see this, the volume. If you see this, the volume is like increasing like anything. This is the volume candles, and it is increased so much and with so much aggression all the way. Whatever there, this liquidity above liquidity has been swept, and the passive sellers fully absorbed. Passive sellers fully absorbed, and then the price stops raising and reversal happening. What we need to look at at this point is that once the liquidity has been swept, how the market reacts after falling, after taking the high of the previous one from the high volume node, how it reacts. We need to see whether passive sellers again entering in the market here. Definitely there should be a limit sell orders from here would be there here, definitely. Then it created a new low, and even limit sell orders also have been absorbed, and then price moved little more up. Then price new action has been initiated from the sellers with aggression. Slowly it is falling. The price stopped rising upward, which means the aggression of the buyers failed to continue the next high. This is what we need to understand. And then immediately after that, the price starts falling. So this is our point where we can take the entry. This is the price from where we can take the entry. So how, for that also I have a checklist. This is the checklist. Imbalance first up all the way like this, all the way from the high volume node. It is fallen with a huge volume. It is moved up. Then with the aggressive buy-in, passive sellers have been absorbed here. Passive, whoever taken all the entries, I mean passive limit orders of the sellers, whoever had this, even that also has been taken, even the stop losses of the passive sellers. Then buyers exhaustion happen. The price failed to create a new high. I can even say this way: buyers exhaustion, and this buyers exhaustion means buyers failed to create a new high, and then it is started reversing. Aggressive sellers enter the market again, and the reversal started down. If you see from here like this, so which is giving me not less than 5, 1 is to 5 risk reward ratio it is giving me. Why? Because if you see here, this is the high volume node. From here it is moved all the way up to here, which is having around 4 around 70 to 80 pips, 8 $80 move. It is moved up, and then price started reversing. So I know that the price will come down again at this price. So the most important rule, whether it is a seller's absorption or buyer's absorption, means whether it is a bullish reversal or bearish reversal. This is the important rule we need to keep in mind. That is strong effort, whether it is bullish or bearish, with so much imbalance. Then weak results means it is an absorption at the key level. That is liquidity of the previous high or previous low, whichever is. Let's say here this is the 4480 is the key level. I wanted to emphasize on this. This is the key level. How the price is reacting at this price. If you see, the price is, in case of bullish reversal, all the way this market has created a with aggression so much low than the previous low, and then price stops failing. That we have discussed here. That we have discussed. Weak results means absorption. Weak results is nothing but, though we have a strong effort, that is the volume candle. You can say that is the volume candle here. If you see here, this volume candle, I'll show more better way. If you see, this is the volume candle. This is the effort, I can say. The orders placed in the market more and more, but effort is effort is more, but results is less. Though it is created a new low, but the results actually close. The candle closes above this 4480 only. It is above the 4480. So the results is, we are able to understand this is the absorption. It is nothing but it is an absorption. At 4480 we need to see how the price is reacting, who are entering the market, whether the passive buyers and the aggressive, again, market orders placed by the buyers, that we need to see, and how it reacts. It is very simple that it is very simple. We need to understand from the high volume node whether it has fallen down or it is gone up with a high aggression. From there, whether liquidity has been swept, then price started reversing with the new market participants. One is as limit orders and then market orders with aggression. With this way, we need to understand. This way, we can take the entry. And moreover, what we need to keep in our mind that examples. If it is, for example, if it is a selling volume is more, but price barely move lower, as we have seen here in this case, high selling volume, but price barely moved down, and it is moved again. It has closed at this price only in the 5-minute time frame. That is the thing. And then passive buyers absorb the sellers, means completely they have taken all the sale orders. Now the price will be moving backwards. That is called reversal. And here, if you see, similarly, conversely, for this reversal also, huge buying volume. In this case, if you see huge buying volume here, huge buying volume, then price barely move higher. The price is barely move. It is not even moved above this. It is not moved above this. That is what, and this is called seller's absorption. This is called seller's absorption of the buyers. So, what we need to keep in our mind that not only the price, but watch how the price reaction after the liquidity has been taken. That reaction reveals us whether it is absorption, exhaustion, and then trapped traders and the real direction. Here, if you see, once the absorption happens, once the absorption happens here, sorry, once the absorption happens here, absorption is nothing but other market participant enter the market, that is limit orders. Then exhaustion of the sellers happen. And one more point, what it is, trapped traders, who have taken this reversal or early entries, those traders are trapped. Then real direction happens. So we need to enter at the real direction. At the real direction, we need to enter the market to get a higher risk reward ratio. So these are the simple rules I have created for this video. Let me give you. One is, if the long lower wick means buyers absorbed the selling. If the long upper wick means sellers absorb the buying. For professional education, these points need to be kept in mind. First thing is where the liquidity is lying, who is in aggressive mode, whether the absorption happened, whether the new low or high based on the aggression has been created or failed. If it is failed, it is nothing but it is absorption. From there, whether continuation failed, that we need to see. Did structure reclaim the happen, means that structure has been broken and then started reversing. And these are the points. And if there is no risk reward ratio, minimum 1:2 ratio, then there is no viability of the trade. These are my points I would highlight in this video. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel for the updates and any new knowledge. And these videos are only for understanding the market, and it is purely for the educational purpose, not any advice for the money creation.